Mrs. Bina Jennifer Stefeya.
So remember the experience of the elections. You were injured. Was this mark on your face before now?
I would say it was an inner anger because I was so determined to cast my vote to participate in the election. Very, very determined. So after the whole incident, because it happened before I could cast my vote. So going back home after leaving the hospital, and I saw that voters had reconvened, like they were voting. I felt this anger inside of me, like after all my efforts, because I know what I went through to get my PVC and keep encouraging people to get theirs, that it will now be hard that I wasn't able to vote. As in, it was that for me. I wasn't thinking of anything that I would not vote. So that anger made me go back. Voting was going on, and after some time we saw some group of thugs, and after a while they started walking down the street. I was sitting down because it was a queue and it wasn't moving well, so I couldn't start for long. I was sitting down on a bench with other women. Though when the queue wasn't moving, I had to go and make inquiries in front. What's going on? Because I noticed that some people were shunting the line, some people were putting their political party members to get that preference to vote first. That was like, this line should move because this thing is not something hard. We should just get done with it. Like me, I went out without even eating. I was really determined and I just want to get it done. So there was some resistance, though I just had to go and sit down on the bench. And when I was told that some people that they were allowing, they came from far at least to give them their preference, and some were elderly. So I just sat down. I was sitting down going through my phone. After I saw those thugs leave, they were in a group of like 20 persons, if not more than. Shortly, still in that position, all I could remember is a huge impact on my face, and that was it. So that was how I started looking for safety, and people were running helter-skelter. I just had to walk inside the compound that was used, and I was calling for help. People that could look back to see me, they were so scared seeing the blood. People were locking their doors. It was a public compound that they used as the polling unit. Surulere, yes. So at that point, it was a woman. I recognized her voice. She lives adjacent my house. To say it happened on my polling unit was on my street. So it was then she was holding an hanky. She now had to apply pressure on there and was comforting me that I should wait. Let's look for safety first. We had to start looking for a house to enter because we don't know if those guys were coming after us. So she just pushed the door open and we entered inside the room, and I was there bleeding profusely. And when it happened, when I had the impact, I had a gunshot too simultaneously. So I was thinking it was a bullet injury. I've been knocked down by a bullet. So, and the cut was so deep. So I was asking them, is it bullets? They say they don't know. I felt I was already dying, like saying my last prayers and also praying for mercy. I was bleeding. They had to first get a confirmation that the thugs have gone before I could get any medical attention. So after much back and forth, they had to take me to a nurse that lives close by. She administered first aid to stop the bleeding, and I was taken to the hospital for suturing and other medication. I've received visits from different political parties, but the government per se, I've not heard anything from the government. Yes, I've not. It's only visit by different political groups and individuals. Yes, the public individuals, but the government, I've not heard anything from the government. Actually, like you said, it's not the lesson to learn from. I don't wish anybody this because I know the trauma I and my family we are still going through, especially my children seeing me with disfigured face that day and blood all over my body. I would say it's the God factor, because even for these cuts to heal this way, it is God. I have multiple lacerations. Here I had a deep cut that is connected to my nerve. Yeah, I can't really even wash my face properly now up till now. It's God. I would say it's prayers. Everybody should just be prayerful, and to by God's grace I survived this. And also God knows my determination. He knows my heart. So I think that is why I even survived, because it was really bad. I would say it should not deter us from giving up. Uh, if it is not by God's grace, this would have been worse than this. It does not stop me from giving up. I still believe God will take us there. Yes, I still believe, and I will still do it again.